The Daytona 500 approaches this Sunday. As somebody who's attended many Daytona 500s, not as many as I'd like, but quite a few, in different ways in the stands, in the infield, very sick, and outside of the track, Daytona 500 is a blast. Is absolutely a great time. If anyone ever has the opportunity to go, I highly recommend it. It is a really great time. And it's a nice break from the weather when you're from up around here. I was just looking through some news, and a couple of Daytona articles came up, and we're just going to kind of get into it. This one is about NASCAR bringing on two different ideas to try to bring in the millennials and younger people into the sport because, frankly, the sport's withering. It's withering. Now, one of the boosts it can do is like it did with this this last couple weekends ago, where they had that non-points race at a small track. Having a small track races is a great way to bring in people. I'm watching right now a replay of it, actually. And the NASCAR channel is available on Tubi now for free for everyone to watch. I'll definitely be watching the duels. The duels start on the 13th, and I'm sure there'll be practice. And one of our favorite things as a group we always loved the most, the truck races, Friday night. I can't wait. I will definitely be paying attention to that, and I'll come on here with an update about it too. Give you guys some results and let you know what's going on with the truck races and the Infinity race and then the big boys on Sunday. I do enjoy NASCAR. They do have their issues. One, they can't seem to get it together that they shouldn't be pushing Bubba Wallace. They need to be pushing someone like Suarez. Daniel Suarez, number 19. Well, he was 19 last year. In Latin America, racing is huge. Huge. NASCAR Mexico is massive, and he is the former champion. If you want to bring new eyes to your sport, it's my suggestion that you focus there. Also, the playoff system is broken. It sure would be nice if we could just go back to the original system where it was just points accumulated through the season. That would be great. I've heard so many fans in so many different videos saying that going back to a point system like we had back in the 80s instead of a playoff system is just better racing. I agree. It's just better racing. The disqualification of so many teams, and then they just, let's face it, it's like when you tank for the first round pick. It's kind of the same thing, except it's not a first round pick. Also, is it just me? Or should they start in Daytona? And shouldn't the final race also be at Daytona? You go all around the world, you go all around the nation, you race every track you can come up with, short track, Talladegas, road courses, small town, what are those? Not even half miles, quarter mile tracks, things like that. I mean, you're going to be back in that stadium at some point, that stadium in Los Angeles. Go all around and come back to Daytona. That should be your final race of the year. It's your Super Bowl. Why don't you also make it your championship because that's what a Super Bowl is. The Super Bowl of stock car racing is the Daytona 500. That's great. How about you proceed through the entire circuit, and then come November, everyone's back at Daytona. Finish where you started. Finish where you started. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Because when we're getting down to it, you want to have it back at the world center of racing, right? In weather that's lovely for people to come down to and catch a break right before Thanksgiving. The winds of October are howling and people are they're looking for that beautiful Florida weather for a couple days. You go down and you have an entire championship weekend at the world center of motorsports, Daytona International Speedway. It's a great experience for patrons. As somebody who's been there many times, it's great fun. Have the Thunderbirds come back and do the same flyover. You know what'd be even better? Get the Blue Angels. The Thunderbirds crack it open. That Thunderbirds flyover, by the way. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. For those of you who've never been to the Daytona International Speedway, the airport is directly in this picture right here. The airport is right there. And that's where they take off from. You get to listen to them crank it up. You get to watch them take off. They go out over the ocean. They come around and they fly over, and then they do a couple of flies around the track. It's pretty sweet. It'd be a great way to top the season. You get the Angels. They come in and they do a flyover. You start with the Thunderbirds, you end with the Angels. Wow. Just saying it sounds awesome. Just saying it sounds awesome. So, Daytona weekend. I am personally always excited for Daytona. I'm always excited for Daytona. The truck racing Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, the duels on Thursday and Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I will be doing some updates about it. I hope you guys like NASCAR. I do. So you're going to hear about it. And with that, I really appreciate you swinging in. I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit subscribe. And I thank you very much. Have a good day.